you doing, gang? This is Rob at the Edge Power Sports. Had a few questions about spring rates and cause and effect of wrong spring rates and how to adjust out for that, and even what happens when you're trying to compensate with rebound and compression. So it's really crucial on a spring. Basically, if you consider the spring, all it does is it keeps the bike supported with the bike's weight and your weight. So it's almost like a new pillow. So you got to keep your head supported while you're sleeping. If you got a bad pillow, your head's going to sink down, nothing's going to really work right. So everyone kind of gets a little lost in how to set their sag and what's going to happen if their sag's not set properly. So let me give you an example, gang. Let's say most of our bikes, the standard MX bike is basically, standard weight rate is about 160 to 190 on the weight capacity for a pilot on the bike. That's gear and everything included. So what happens is if a rider comes in and a little over that tick on the scale, in order to get that ideal optimum sag, and on the gases, the KTMs, the Husqvarnas, your ideal sag amount is about 100 to 105 millimeters of overall sag on the bike. And there's actually a little measuring tool we use. Nice thing about all these models of bike is there's actually a permanent sag mark on the opposite side of the fender that you can always measure from. If you don't have one of those measuring spots, piece of electrical tape, you can put a cut into it with a piece of razor blade or something so that mark never moves on you. So ideally, you're going to get that measurement, you're going to set your sag appropriately. But what happens on the bike is if you're too heavy for the spring rate, you end up cranking that spring down so much and it's got so much pressure on it just to support you and the bike at that 100 to 105 millimeters of sag. Well, that spring's under so much tension that it's always going to want to launch you out of the seat. It doesn't matter how much you shut down your rebound to slow that down or try to soften the compression up, it's always going to be under way too much tension. So it's really crucial you go with the proper spring rate on your bike. That's the starting point right there. We're actually going to delve into a bit more suspension on our next video, talk a little bit more how to adjust some of those things in a little deeper method and cause and effect on that. But super crucial to get the spring rates properly. That way the bike's going to work for you properly, and it's not going to want to launch you out of the seat, or it's not just going to want to be too saggy. So hopefully that answers that question for you. And if you have any more questions, definitely chime in or give us a shout. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.